Hey guys, welcome. Alright, so, yeah, today is the last day of Camp National Novel Writing Month, and so I'm at 58,000 words, and the goal is to reach 60,000 words today. I did write up about 800 words this morning, so that's good for us. I know the last few days I haven't really been streaming that much. I think the last day was the 25th, so that was last week. Yeah, it was on Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday I had errands to run, like both days, and then Friday I've been so exhausted lately. It's all this business with my job and having to reapply, but luckily I did find out that my transfer had been approved, so I know where I'm working in the next few weeks. 2 weeks actually, because I go back the 14th, I think. But I have been writing. Now, a lot's happened really, because we finished the book. And so there's a lot of words that are crossed out, mostly because I have another document with the story, and these are the scenes that I transferred over. And so a lot of the scenes that I added this past week were of like we're adding more scenes to the story, and that is like from when Lucinda got rescued and she ended up at the church and tried to escape, and Ethan and Lieutenant Taylor were there and the kids. And then next to the cleanse, like all that happens really fast. And so I actually added, quote unquote, an extra day, like 2 scenes of more of like other responsibilities that happen in the church and other characters as well, of Lucinda and Michael as well. And so that added a big chunk, probably its own chapter. I think there was a lot of pages there. And then I actually had more character interactions, because right now it just seems like Lucinda was the primary person they talked to. So I added other scenes too. And then I did have an alternative beginning that I wrote up. And that was when Lucinda found out that people were disappearing at first. Because what I started with is that there had already been disappearances, and, Mr. Holt and Mr. Cutler got attacked by the familiar. And then you know, with like the whole Lucinda fighting and stuff. But then I was thinking, well, what if we started at the point where Lucinda just found this out and tries to make a plan? Because I had said that, or I think in the new scenes I mentioned that Lucinda needed to go on her pilgrimage, and that means for her to become an actual sister of the church, and that's to travel to the holy city and spend some time over there, and then come back with her new title or whatever, because everybody does this. I had mentioned that, and so at the same time, with the new beginning, you know, it added more world building on like how people live here, or like especially with those in the church. And then the one I did write just kind of just started with her attacking people. But then, you know, I wasn't really sure because, you know, I read a lot of like advice and articles are like, oh, start in the middle, right? Something has to happen, or something needs to happen, you know, like action, not action, but a place to really where readers can like really be invested. So I might have to like go back and figure out what I want to do with that, or maybe just keep what I wrote first. Or, you know, I could just keep the one with Mr. Cutler and Mr. Holt, and then instead of Lucinda getting like picked up by the sheriff and the other guards, maybe some time goes by before that, and they mention, hey, when are you gonna go to your pilgrimage? That actually won't be too bad then. I might actually do that too, because it seems like all the scenes happen one after the other, and there's no downtime. And so I think I need to add downtime between characters to develop their relationships. Because that way, when, you know, people start getting attacked and hurt, you know, like they care about each other because you've seen them care about each other before. Or, you know, show that they're closer and stuff like that. But, so that's what I've been doing. That's what some of my thoughts are. But for today specifically, excuse me, I forget how to talk. I'm going to focus on Father David. Now, Lucinda was in jail when Father David came, and he started accusing her and just basically said, yes, she's guilty, without really getting any evidence. And then I started thinking that was kind of a plot hole, because it's like, he doesn't know her. Like, why is he just like sentencing her out of nowhere? It could be that, you know, he's corrupt, but he doesn't know the situation. And so, in order to kind of not really fix that plot hole, but in order to make it like make sense within the context, I decided to add a scene where he left it in of where he was staying previously. You know, since Michael and the others have to chase him down. And so he's actually just arrived in Kanya. Before, it was just like he left it in, he's talking about what he wants to do and his goals, you know, and he does, you know, to show that he does care about the people. And so now he's going to meet up with Father Bennett, and that's where, you know, the other side of things are going to happen. And this will also make sense because, you know, Joseph basically like attacked Gabriel and like betrayed him, and it's like, wait, how'd that happen, or why did that happen, like what? And so here I'm gonna show how it worked before, like, you know, the controlling part, brainwashing part has happened once before. You know, it's not like it's just suddenly happening in the book without any prior usage, I guess you can say. So the thing is, I don't know if it's been clear. Maybe it hasn't been clear, but for me it's clear. Well, obviously, because I'm the author. But it's clear that, you know, Father Bennett and Sheriff Whitman are definitely corrupt, and I'm pretty sure, I think I made it clear that. So it's Mayor Asher. They're all like working together, and they've been working with the vampires in order to keep their town safe. It's like, here, you want to, we'll give you all our criminals if you leave the rest of the people alone, right? And so, with Lucinda finding out about the familiars, it's kind of like, oh, we gotta get rid of her because she's gonna ruin everything we worked for. And so, in this scene where Father David meets Father Bennett, it's gonna be like, it's gonna kind of get like brainwashed or something. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. I was thinking, I don't know yet, but we'll see. Well, it is the rough draft, so I do have to rewrite this again. I feel like I rewrote it, and I'm rewriting it again. But it's fine. That's just like basically to catch everybody up on what's happening and what's the plan. Hey Carly, how's it going? How's your month been? Or your writing been? Or everything in between? I know you said you were moving before. It's going good for me. I need 2,000 more words in order to finish. I need like 1,300, so it's less than that. I've just been talking about my plan. Cause I've had so many random scenes that I'm writing that like the story is not even together anymore. You finished your goal! Yay! Congratulations! That's awesome. That's good. I'm close. So I'm hoping I get it done. I just been procrastinating. There's like so much writing I have to do. Yeah, moving's always stressful. It's like packing and then like moving and then unpacking everything. Ugh. It's a lot. Alright, so Father David finally arrives in Kaya. And then I guess this is another way to describe the town. Wasn't many traffic on the streets. Even the stores to his right were a little empty. There you go. At this point, like, I don't even know if it makes sense. I think I'm gonna have to take a break for like 2 weeks and then come back and read it. I think that's the only place it's gonna make sense. I need to take a break from it for sure. I need to have like a better draft of this before I can even think about self-publishing. I've looked at more services, but I haven't really made up my mind on them yet. This reminded him of the other towns he had visited during the cleanse path or something. I don't know, the words are weird. Yeah, they are. And I think because I've been thinking about this story for like a whole month, it's hard to like, I don't know, what am I trying to say? It's hard to tell whether what I wrote is what I intended, or, you know, I have to separate myself from what I wrote, because otherwise it's just like not, you know, I think it makes sense, but in reality it doesn't. So definitely need a break. I'm actually visiting family this next week though, so I won't be in town at all, and I think it's like for like 5 days, so I'll be visiting family. That's a huge break. And then the week after, well, this week and next week are my 2 weeks, and then I start work again, so work is gonna be a little different. I don't know if I'm gonna have too much time to add things to the channel, which is sad, but I will be writing for November. I just don't know which novel yet, and I'll probably be preparing in October. But you know, the beginning is always rough. All right, so those towns have been empty of much trade and traffic as well. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, yeah, definitely, it works. Yeah, now I get to work on my other projects. Like, I leave one project and I'm like, okay, let me work on the other project. It's like I have work in progress. All, like, if I'm done with one, or not done, but if I want to take a break on one, I work on another project and then I switch. So that way I'm always working but procrastinating at the same time. He followed the path all the way to the church. A few of the brothers were in the courtyard weeping when he approached. Yeah, I've been planning one, and I've been like really, it's like, I don't want to call it daydreaming, but sometimes I like, I guess you can call it daydreaming. Like, I daydream of like, okay, what about if like trying to have the scenes play out in your head to see if that would work, or you know, something else, or switch it that way you don't have to like write it and then it don't make sense, and then you're like, okay, how about this one, you know? Like, I like to do that a lot just so I can see how it's gonna play out. One of them rushed over and took the reins from him. Good morning, the brother said. Oh shoot, what's a name? Names are difficult. Milo, let's call him Milo. How can we be of service? Father David dismounted. I'm here to see Father Bennett, he said. So Brother Milo motioned another brother over. This one was younger, but a lot taller. I am so bad at descriptions. Brother, what's his name? Jonas. Okay, Brother Jonas will take you to his office. And then they're gonna enter the church and go up to the office. I feel like, I think Mother Yolanda, I did add more scenes with Mother Yolanda though. She needs to try to talk to Father David, but he'll dismiss her once he's like not himself. Okay, so Father David followed Brother Jonas into the church. It was a smaller building than most churches, but it was well kept. Maybe next time I mean, luckily in November it's only 50,000 words. So it's not like 60, maybe. Yeah, that's definitely less words. I feel like I would have finished it with 50,000 words earlier. But I really wanted to add so much more to this. And I looked at the whole document, and we only have 64 words in the as a whole document, even when adding the extra scenes. And so I'm actually gonna, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna print that out. And so when I read it, it's on paper, and then I could just like highlight things that don't make sense. Like read it and then write down my thoughts, and then read it again and like take a look at like what I should change or something. Like read it 2-3 times. Because if I'm reading on the computer, I feel like I'm gonna change it, and that's not what I want. I need to look at it on paper first. So let's see, brother Jonas kept his head low as he led Father David around to Father Bennett's tower, because he has his own tower. All right. The trap was quiet, and Father David didn't see anyone else around. Did something happen, Father David asked. It's unusual not to have more people in the church. Brother Jonas nodded. One of the sisters, he began. Well, it's better if Father Bennett spoke of the issue. Because he doesn't want to gossip. So he's like, oh, well, you know, never mind. Never mind. I think I'm gonna have to include more scenes as well with the kids. Maybe. I feel like, I don't know, I don't think I did a very good job at writing this time around, so it's like, maybe I need to do more of this or more of this. It's tough. Okay, well then. So now they're at the tower. I wonder, let me see, because I know when in other years before, I think the website for Camp NaNoWriMo, you had to like copy and paste your book into it so they can like check if you wrote your workout or whatever it was. But I don't know if we have to do that now. I don't think I've seen that lately. I know before we had to. I guess once I'm done, I can just check myself. Alright. They climbed the tower and reached Father Bennett's office in no time. Okay. Yeah, that's true, because I feel like a lot of it never really copied and pasted correctly. I thought it was, I don't know, I think in part, I guess it's necessary to keep you accountable for it. But at the same time, it was like, I don't know. I don't think you do this time, because I accidentally pushed like another 0 when I was typing in things. And it was like, oh, you won. And I'm like, but I didn't though. So I guess they switched it up. I'm not really describing how long it took them to get from one place to another, because I think that's just not necessary. So I just like speed it up so I can get to like the dialogue. Brother Jonas knocked on the door. Enter, came the voice from within. And then Jonas opened the door. He stepped aside. As the door closed, Father David smiled. He hadn't seen Father Bennett in many years. The last time they'd seen each other was when they received their title. And that's like graduation. It's kind of like graduation. The two priests greeted each other with hugs. Thank you for coming out of your way, Father Bennett said. I know it must have been a difficult request, seeing as you're on the cleanse. I feel like I need to have the better terminology for like the whole ritual. I'm allowed to take a few days of rest. So it was no trouble coming here. Father Bennett motioned to the chair. Sit, we have much to discuss. How about, would you like some tea? Gotta have refreshments. That'd be lovely. And then Father Bennett rings a bell. And took a seat. I know how to spell. There you go. Okay. You know what I could do when I'm reading? I could probably turn this Word document into a PDF. And I know PDF like reads stuff to you. But maybe I need somebody to read the story and die of secondhand embarrassment. But it'll be necessary, so that way it reads it the way the words are and not what I think it should say. You must be wondering about the reason I called you here. Father David folded his hands. Yeah, definitely. I think I'm gonna have to find a group of beta readers, probably alpha readers. I think And they read this. This is the alpha. This version is completely like the alpha. Cause it's bad. It's bad. But it's like, I know before, beta readers would just volunteer their time, and now, not that it's a bad thing, right? It's like, I know a lot of beta readers are like, oh, like, you can give them monetary, like, stuff because they read your story and all this stuff, but then it's like, I don't have the extra income. I'm sorry, which stings because, you want to give back to them, but then it's like, it's different, I feel like now. I must admit, I was quite taken back with your message. I wasn't sure what to make of it. It's been an ordeal. Because Father Bennett told him that, oh, there might be some corruption around here. But in reality, he kind of wanted help with the vampire situation, but wasn't sure how to approach it, because technically he's been working with vampires, and if the church knew that, he'd be like exiled and stuff. Probably hanged for treason, for sure. Everybody involved. We've had many disappearances, and yet all my blessings haven't been helping the people. It's almost as if someone is corrupting my blessings. I get it. I've done beta reading too, and I've never really expected like any like money in return or anything. It'd be cool if you get like an advanced reader copy and stuff. That'd be pretty cool, but I don't really, it's not why I do it. But yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on people, on who you're asking. Because if it's like friends or family, I feel like they're like, sure, I can read it, but then it's also like, you gotta give them a time frame, like, hey, can you get this done in a month? I feel like a month for them reading your story, or at least 3 weeks tops, is not that that much to ask. Because 3 weeks is still 3 weeks, like, unless it's like a huge story. But 3 to 4 weeks, I feel like should be enough for you to beta read something. And that way, because I feel like you read it and then you jot down your initial thoughts, and then it's like you read it again to see if there's anything else you might have missed the first time around. Like, it takes time, so a month maybe. But like, I was looking on, like, I know Twitter might not be the best, but I need to find like a website where beta readers like come together and stuff, but they might be asking for monetary stuff in exchange. But yeah, I know my sister would beta read for me, because I read a lot of her stuff and she reads a lot of mine, so we beta read for each other, and then we just like talk about it. So it's a good thing that she does write as well, so we always talk about her stories. And then I have my husband who reads my stuff, even though he's like, this is not my genre, but I'll tell you what I think. But in general, it's like they're busy, a lot of people get busy, and it's like you gotta find those who would really commit to it. Maybe I'll have like a call and like, beta readers needed in this genre. Like, I can't really give you much money, but once it gets published, you know, you'll be in the acknowledgments or like get a free reader's copy or, you know, something before anybody else or, you know. Oh, Olive. Okay, she jumped on my lap. All right, cat, sit down. She's more cuddly now. She's jumping on my laps like 3 times a day. I'm trying to get her on a diet. She got a little obese. She's 10 pounds. I'm feeding her a little less, and I feel like she's hungry all the time. But it's like, 1 cup for you is too much right now. You sleep too much. I'm trying to give her the wet food, but man, wet food's expensive. And then this cat, because she's overweight, she got asthma, so I'm trying to make her lose weight and giving her a little less food. But I feel like I'm gonna leave them for a week and they're gonna miss me. Yeah, she's not big, but I was like, man, we need to work something because I don't want, like, I feel like once the cats like get overweight, you know, more health problems arise, and that's more money they've got to spend on the vet bills, and then, you know, it might hurt their like joints or whatever because all that weight. So far, we're lucky that she doesn't need like a respirator, not a respirator, but inhaler, I guess you call it. Because I've seen some cats that need like a device put on their face, like a little mask for them to help. So we're lucky that Olive doesn't need that right now, because she's had like 1 attack like last week, but it's like, okay, we gotta lose some weight. Some health issues going on. They are, yeah, they're cute. She came from she was surrendered to the adoption place, so when I got her, it was the only cat they had. And she had like ear mites, and that we got rid of that. I think, but she, I don't think they fed her that much, because at like 3 a.m. she'd be crying for food, just starving. Like before she used to, I think she still does, but she would purr when she's eating because, you know, it was food. Like I think she had like food scarcity, and so, you know, it makes sense that she got a little obese because, you know, dry food has more carbs and she sleeps all day, so, you know, but at the same time she eats a little bit more. And I feel bad because I'm like, you know, I gave her maybe a little bit more, and she likes to eat out of the other cat's food sometimes, and it's like happens in the middle of the night when I'm asleep, so it's like I can't control that. But she's better now, and now she's obese, so now we gotta work with her. Do you, so let me see. Father Bennett said that someone's messing with his blessings, like, so that's where we're at. I got distracted talking about my cat. I feel like if anybody asks me about my cats, I just go on a tangent. It's like no other conversation exists. Culprit may be who prepares the ingredients. That would be Mother Yolanda. Oh, hang on. Before that, I can't say for sure. No, it's okay. It's okay. I don't mind talking about the cats at all. I don't mind. I have so many stories of these cats. I don't mind. But the ingredients are collected by the other sisters. But I don't want to accuse anyone without proof. There was a knock on the door. Mother Yolanda opened it and entered with a tray of tea. She placed it on the desk. Actually, that'll be all. She was gonna like pour them a drink, but she can't if the stuff that I need to happen has to happen. If that makes sense. You can't pour the drink. Father Bennett has to pour the drink in order to put something in the drink that would then affect Father David and how he acted towards Lucinda and all that stuff. That's why. I have a reason for stuff. Mother Yolanda bowed to each of them and left. That was Mother Yolanda. She is a little actually he's not gonna say anything. There's no need to gossip. Father he stood and poured the tea with his robes. He obscured the teacups and poured a vial of red liquid into Father David's cup. He handed the teacup to Father David. There we go, suspicious. Alright, there we go. So, he poured red liquid into Father David's cup. He handed the teacup to Father David. Please, enjoy your drink, he said. We have a brunch ready for you in the dining hall. I wanted to give you a decent welcome since I took you away from your duties. Parched, I guess Father David dipped from his cup. The liquid tasted a little bitter, and he guessed it was lemon tea. Something like that. Thank you for your hospitality. Now, if I can suggest ways to entrap this culprit, you can continue working towards the betterment of the town. That's some weird dialogue, but we'll keep it. Lemon tea, yeah, I know, right? When I get sick, I just like, okay, lemon tea, let's go, and like some honey, and maybe some like sugar in there, cause I don't like if it tastes too bitter. Lemon tea is nice. I like tea actually. So it's the one I can definitely drink it. I drink a lot of tea when it gets colder, but now it's kind of like, man, it's hot. I just want lemonade or something. Well, I'm also like, you know, I have been thinking since I'm on Wattpad and I'm a Wattpad creator or part of the creators program. I have a decent amount of followers, so maybe I can just put like an announcement on my page and be like, hey, I'm looking for beta readers or alpha readers alpha readers for this story, and you know, and getting feedback or something. Maybe I'll have like a Google Doc and be like, hey, you know, fill this out. It's not, it probably won't be first come, first serve. I'll probably choose like 5 of them. But it's like here, I'll, you know, a month. Here's a month to read this, and then I'll have like a questionnaire or something. But I'll probably give it to them in like PDF, and that way, I think you can like lock the PDF so you can't share, or you can only view and you can't like copy it or something like that. I think PDF allows you to do all that. I think also Word might be just viewing. View the file but make no changes. I think you can change that. Or you can review as well. I think you could also review. I have to play around with it, but maybe that way I can ask for people to help me read it and then write their name down and be like, hey, okay, well, this, you know, alpha readers, thank you so much. Because I want it like completely done, like anything I could do with it. But I don't know, I feel like maybe I should edit it first and then give it to the beta readers. But then the alpha is probably, I don't know. I don't know. It's, I need to do a little bit more research of like when to use the alpha readers. It could be like, I think right after you finish writing it. I don't know. It's just weird. I'll look it up. Yeah, I mean on Wattpad is mostly like, you know, there's like paid stories, but I don't have that. I think there'd be there are people who enjoyed the story when I wrote it, like the really short version of it, and maybe if I add more stuff to it, they'd be willing to like help me out with it. We'll see. It's one thing I gotta think about. Sipped more of his tea. On my way here, I didn't see many church members around. Brother Jonas wasn't clear about what happened. Father Bennett forced a smile. One of the sisters, he began, well, she had yet to go on her pilgrimage. She was involved in nasty business with a few of the townspeople. What was the crime? It's like, dun dun dun, she killed others. Father David stared. That's a heavy charge. What punishment did you give? Father Bennett stirred restlessly in his chair. Sheriff Whitman and I thought it'd be best for the local authorities to take care of the punishment. So Father David scoffed at the idea. She's a member of the Dawn Church. It is the church that has prior authority, I think. Upset, Father David finished the rest of his tea. So, see, that's what happened. And then when he goes over there, he's a little not himself. I mean, it wasn't very hot, so it's not like he didn't take his time to drink it. Maybe Mother Yolanda came too soon, but it's fine. Maybe they already prepared the tea once, you know, Jonas left with Father David. Probably, what's his name? Brother Milo went to go tell him, like, hey, a holy priest is here. Prepare some tea. Or, like, you know, make sure everything's ready. Okay. So I'm gonna say that's what happened. So the tea did have time to brew and then it kind of cooled down a bit. But then again, I don't know, they're special. We'll see. It's just a placeholder for now. The situation involved 3 victims. Father Bennett told him the people needed to see the church and local authorities working together Father David frowned. He didn't seem too happy with the explanation. I must see this criminal at once, he said. So, if such a crime, no, I won't overstep my place, but I think it's best to remind to not remind, to participate in the No, it's best to have a say in the criminal punishment. It is the only way the people will I don't know, we'll see both the church and the local authorities are working together. I'll send a message to Sheriff Whitman. Assured him. Let's see. Oh. He'll have the criminal ready to be interrogated. As Father David stood, his vision blurred. Wincing, he sat back down, holding his head. Father Bennett remained seated. Is everything all right? He asked. Father David shook his head. It seems I'm a bit weary from my trip, he confessed. Okay, so this is where it happens. Father David closed his eyes and his balance continued to thin. Oh, Scrivener, I've actually used the program, but I didn't use it for long. How do you like it? I think I got into the tutorial and I was all like, I have to read all this. Let's see. In his dizziness, he heard voices, or what he thought were voices. They whispered in his ear. Oh, okay, Google Docs is more portable. Yeah, I definitely, I can see that. Because I know, well, with Google Docs, you can also put it on your phone, so it's, you know, you have more of it. Well, you can access it pretty much anywhere. I usually do, I don't know, I usually just write on paper and then just transfer it over to a Word document. Oh, templates. Well, what are the templates for? Like helping you write? Goodness. I'm like trying to pick up my water bottle, and then my cat's all like, "Ooh, is that a toy I can play with?" They whispered in his ear. Father Bennett spoke, but Father David couldn't hear him. Oh, for outlining? Okay, that's fair, that's fair. I mean, that is a huge part of it, too. A heavy cloud fell upon his head, or his mind, metaphor, when Father David sat up. He couldn't focus on anything. It's all right, Father Bennett said. You'll feel much better when you see the criminal. Yes. Father David agreed. I'll feel much better. It's like brainwashing. You won't confess, Father Bennett continued. You'll try to make up excuses and twist the truth. You'll twist the truth, Father David repeated. You gotta use it. I mean, yeah, I think, I don't know, like a few years ago, or is it still, or do they still have it? Because I know, like, if you get your goal in NaNoWriMo, you get like discounts on certain writing programs, or like Babbel, I think it is. Is it Babbel? No. Not Babbel. No. Dabble. I think it's a writing software. And then there's like other stuff I think that they give you discounts for. I know Scrivener was one. I think I have Scrivener. I just never installed it on my new computer. But, you know, if I have it, might as well use it, I suppose. But yeah, you're right. I wonder if they have anything this year, because I know sometimes they NaNoWriMo partners up with other stuff. I think there's one, I forgot the name, where you can put your book on a scarf. I just don't know the name. I thought that was pretty cool, but for me, I'm like, well, this story is like not even edited. I don't want to wear it as a scarf. That's just me. Alright, let's continue. We have 200 more words, and Father David is being brainwashed or something. I ate like at noon. Was it 1? And I ate again at 2, and then I'm starving again. Like, oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna eat some cereal once I'm done as a snack. Like, I get so hungry lately. Don't let her trick you. As he spoke, Father Bennett stood from his chair. He didn't like resorting to tricks like these, but it was necessary to preserve the peace in Kanya. And I think we're gonna have to explain a little bit more about what he put into the drink and how it works. That way, when Joseph starts acting all weird, it's not a big surprise for people. I do need to make sure that's included. I think I'm gonna keep this scene. There's other scenes that I'm like, do I need it? I'm not sure. Maybe, because there's no spice levels to this book. It's just like dark fantasy. Maybe we should, I don't know, like Sister Evelyn and Lieutenant Taylor are getting pretty close. I'll leave that for later. Okay, so it was necessary to preserve the peace in Kanya. Madam K had been more than generous in keeping with her side of the bargain. But Lucinda was I guess sticking her nose where it didn't belong, much like her father before. It was a pity, but she couldn't be left to her own devices. You need to force a confession, Father Bennett continued. Otherwise, you won't repent. A confession. Okay, so Father Bennett cleaned up the teacups. There wouldn't be any residue? No. Residue? I think that's what I'm trying to say. Yes. There wouldn't be any residue of parasitic blood in the drink. There we go. Madam K had given it to him as a way to keep their bargain a secret. Father David was almost tempted to use it on Mother Yolanda. She too was sticking her nose where it didn't belong. The message has been sent, Father Bennett said. I'll have Brother Milo take you to the sheriff. Station, I think, office, Eric's. A at this, Father David stood. The vision blurred once more. Very well, he said. It won't take long. I'll get the criminal to confess. Father Bennett smiled and led him out of the office. Yes, he said. I would appreciate that. Yay, we did it. Okay. Now by that, that's legit like 60,000 words right there. Oh man. So who knew all my random scenes would get us there? Because I think we stopped at like 52,000 for the story. Maybe. I think. Let me check. I mean 52. I think everything else was the 8,000 words I was trying to make up. But yeah, I think I can keep this scene as well because it works. So that way when Joseph is acting weird, there's a reason why. Thank you. Let me go actually put it on the website. It's like 60,009. I thought it was gonna take longer, but I feel like because I had a goal, it was much easier. Oops. Update. Yay! So we can claim our goodies. Okay, hang on. I need to do other stuff. I'll post that. And then I know you have like a certificate. Claim your winner goodies. Okay, so I think you have your banner, so that's pretty cool. So I'll save that. I like that. And then you have your certificate. Yeah, you downloaded that. And then you have a winner's badge. So that's cool. Oops. Let me save that too. I think I'll put it up on my, I think I can put it on for, YouTube. Oh, now you have your winner's swag. So you can have a long sleeve t-shirt. Let me see. I always wanted to get some swag, but I've always been broke. Okay, the shirt. And then there's the mug. The tea leaves. I like the shirt. I wish it was like long, short sleeve. Oh, they have a hoodie. I like the hoodie. That's pretty cool. There's the stained glass poster. Oh, I like the whole aesthetic for this year because they have really good ones. I feel like they have really good stuff that you can get with the t-shirts and all that. Wow, there's a journal as well. Man, I don't know. I might get some stuff. Like one thing as celebrate. Oh yeah, there's like 50% off Scrivener for all July 2023 Camp NaNoWriMo winners. Yeah, I like the merch though. I really do. So Scrivener is 50% off until December 31st. Oh, and there's Campfire. You get 30% off. I think this is world building and edit your novel. I might look at that. And then, oh, there's Pro Writing Aid. I think it's an extension with it. And this First Draft Pro. So writing app. There's free write as well. Drafting device designed for writers. Book flow. You can upload your document and revise. Thing is organization. Campfire is cool. I haven't really heard much or used it, so I'll take a look. You can engrave your plaque to commemorate your win. Oh, is it? Okay. Is it? Okay. They have a lot though. I might have to stay on this page and take a look. It's actually pretty cool. But we did it. Let me see what's this. Crimson. This is actually pretty neat. Oh, really? They have an email? Okay, let me check. I think, I don't know if I got mine. I like the journals though. They look pretty cool. I'm like any journal, I'm like, ooh, I need it. I may not write in it, but I'm like, oh, they're cute. I want it. So there's that. Oh, they'll send it. The good thing is, well, I haven't seen the email yet, but if they're gonna send it, that'd be good. I just gotta check my emails. Okay, well, we did it. 60,000 words. It took a bit? Okay. I think they've done that before. They do send you everything. That way you don't come back to like try to figure out where the goodies are. I might get a t-shirt or something. I don't know. They look so cool. Just like one. Just like one thing. Like a shirt. Or like something else. Because they sell books too with other stuff. Like pep talk. And I guess drafting things. Like looking through all their stuff. I wish they had, oh, you can do it by event too. I think they only have it up to 2021. Which is unfortunate. But I guess they're not available, but still. Oh man, that was rough. A whole month of writing. The mugs look nice though. They look really nice. I want to get it for this one. The 2022 NaNoWriMo winter shirt looks cool too. I like it a lot. I might get one. Because it's like a previous winter stuff. I don't think it's very expensive. Man, but that hoodie. But anyways, thank you again. I'm gonna be taking like a week or 2 weeks off. I'm not sure. I'll try to I don't know. We'll see what happens in August because I do start work in 2 weeks. It's on, yeah, like the 14th, I think. I have to double check with my boss, but I'm pretty sure that's when I start working. And then I don't know about doing much writing for sure during September or August because I don't know if you guys know I'm a school teacher, so I teach, and so the first The first 2 months of like a school year are so busy and so stressful, so it's really really rough. But I will be participating in November as well. I don't know what story I'm doing yet, but I'll be preparing for that. And I think I'll have like other random videos about what I'm doing. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm just tired. It was nice to write along with you. Yeah, no, you're welcome. I really enjoyed it. It was different. This is like the first time I've ever streamed on my writing. Well, not the first time, but I've done it once before, but not to this extent. But this was great. I really, really liked it. So, during my break, I'm actually going to take a break. I'm gonna take a break, and I'm gonna see what else I can do to like add more content to the channel, because I don't want it to be just the streams. I want to add a little bit more things. So I guess I'll be talking about my editing and world building and other stuff. Maybe I could make like character profiles, like just I have it in my head but not written down, and I probably need to write it down if I'm gonna have a series with them. So there's that. But a lot of stuff are coming. I just gotta figure it out. So thank you again. I really appreciate it. It was fun. I'm glad I got my 60,000 words. It was a lot to do, but I do welcome all the support. So have a good day, and I hope to catch you guys later. Bye.